It's so.
Aiden, come down my trail in the house. Come to my trail in the house.
You see, you're killing our expansion because now we have to make trails everywhere to make it look coherent. Because we've made 4 different trails now coming out of this house, and now it can no longer look like what we like. We're kind of planning for it to look as it. No, this is really bad.
Mateo has to fix all this next time we play.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spend the entire Mateo.
What?
Oh my god, dude. Give me your drill. Actually, give me your drill.
No.
Actually,
no,
give me your drill.
No. Jason. Jason, Jason, take the drill.
Give me...
Jason, take the drill.
Take the drill.
Give me your drill.
Oh, he's right there. Jason. Jason's slow. Jason's slow.
You went right past. Mateo, you went.
Jason's slow.
Mateo, give me your drill.
Jason's slow. Jason's slow. He's by me. Jason's slow. Jason's slow. Jason, come on.
I don't know how I'm gonna like. I don't know what way. Like, I'm trying to figure out like an ultimatum or like some sort of punishment for you. Cause I have to fill that up. I know you're like too stupid.
I'll fill it up. I'll fill
The
it
whole
up.
thing
No.
with dirt.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's like looks so.
You know,
Like,
why don't me and
unpleasant
Jason
to
leave
look
the
at.
world, pack it up for the night, and you could do this.
No, I don't trust him. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna mess it up even more. Even more.
Well, maybe I could give him. I know what, Mateo. I have like drawing books from when I was in like elementary school, and guess what's in
Yeah.
there? FNAF stuff. I could show you my FNAF drawings from when I was very young. This is hidden Aiden lore. Did you know that? I used to draw Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Can you even believe that? Does that sound like me at all?
Yeah.
No, shut up.
Yes,
So,
it does.
so if this isn't all filled in by you, then I won't show you
I want to see
my
Aiden.
old drawings.
I want to see Five Nights at Aiden's.
It's Five Nights at Aiden's.
I want to see. I want to see it. I want to see it.
All right, I'm gonna get off now. Good night, guys.
All right, Mateo, you better have this cleaned up.
No.
Don't you
I'm
want to
doing-
see it though?
I do.
Bye bye.
Jason built like a boot. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm filling it all in like it's like it's a high school girl.
Make sure to like fill it in. Don't just like sporadically place dirt everywhere.
Sporadic, anatic, nucatalectic, acrobatic. Bro, what do you mean I talk about random stuff? Like, I don't. Like, if I'm having a conversation, I'm deeply in it.
That's so not true. Because you would like randomly say a song, or like sing it like, or whatever. Or sometimes like, when I'm having a conversation with Jason, and it doesn't really involve you. Sometimes you'll just like actually say something that's like completely random just to like say something. Like you would do that.
I have to get my thought out.
Oh, were you being sarcastic? Never mind.
No?
What do you mean I say random stuff? Yeah, you were being sarcastic.
What do you mean I say random stuff? I don't.
Billy Bones. Why is-
Billy Bob!
Why is his name Billy? I know it was National Billy Day, but I'm gonna put him in a hole there.
From the Rock-a-Fire Explosion, which is the Showbiz pizza place, which is Chuck E. Cheese before actually Chuck E. Cheese. Look it
Dude,
up.
how are you not filling it in? I'm looking at you on the map. I'm literally filling it in from the other side, and I made way more progress than you.
Because you do it faster.
No, because I actually do it. I need you to be placing a block, multiple blocks a second, and make sure you fill it. But I'm not gonna show you I'm not gonna show you my books. I'm not gonna show you my journals of FNAF, and I'm also not gonna help you fill in this tunnel now.
I can't see.
Try to fill in every block. I'll be your torch. Get that one in there. I'll just help you.
No, I gotta do it.
Yeah, but I don't want you to do it wrong.
I didn't do this. I was hacked. I was hacked by a ghoul.
What's running through your mind when you do these things?
You know what? You know the song that's like, so wake me up when it...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it has nothing to do with that song. I don't know what goes through my mind. You know what actually goes through my mind?
What?
A fish that spins. You know what I just been thinking about me getting a shower after this. Like, I'm literally just thinking about me in the shower. Thinking what I'm
And
gonna do.
then that made you not realize that I would get upset with you if you just dug around randomly?
No, I was just thinking about me in the shower.
Well,
Scrub
yeah,
it in.
but then you would have forgot
Maybe
that
I might get
wouldn't
it.
like that you would do this unless you were aware that I was gonna be upset, in which case...
Why would I?
Wait.
Why would I purposely do something for you
Wait,
to
don't
get
block
upset?
it up. Don't wait. Start from the other side now, because I already started filling. No, start from the other side. Start from this side now. No, don't go around.
What if I, instead of getting a shower, get a nice big old bubbly bath? I just tub a dub dub in a tubby tub tub. I can't see. I need light.
All right, that's not how you do it, man.
I know. I misclicked.
I'm making you work. Where's my whip? I don't have it on me.
They've never finished. They done got me working. You know the place Miller's, I think, is called?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm just thinking about their chicken tenders and how good they are, man. Like, I'm literally just imagining myself eating them.
Hard to
Now I'm
get
thinking
out.
of my art project in school.
Yeah, I've got a Spanish project thing, or not, I guess it's just an assignment, but it's like due on Friday. I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I don't think I'm going to.
You're gonna rebelliate.
Was that a combination of rebel and retaliate?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I'm thinking of a minion laughing at somebody with gingivitis. I have to give you like minute daily checks of what I'm thinking about.
A minute daily?
Dennis daily. I'm thinking about YouTubers like Exploding TNT. I'm thinking of Billy Bounce. From the Billy Bounce. Alright, I'm probably gonna go. Wait, am I finished? My duties?
We just filled this part in. And yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna probably make something to eat. And then, you know what? I'm gonna eat and shower at the same time.
Alright, and do you have any more advice for me to be less quiet?
If just like start, I think it's mostly small talk. It's just like if you want to go up this, like if you know how like I'm bringing this up as an example. You know like how like if I were to talk in like a crowd of people, you would just kind of like sit there
Mm-hmm.
and like yeah. What if you instead of doing that, kind of went along with the group, or like were like. Yeah, I agree with that. Just like saying like a simple "I agree" could get people more focused on your opinion in the conversation, and then you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, I think just, and you know what? It's not you. It's more just like the people, honestly, because like people are weird in Rush. Now, I'm not even saying that like I'm above them. I'm weird too, but like I recognize that I'm weird. I'm doing nothing to change it. But, like, I don't know, man. Some people just can't admit. I think everybody's weird. People just can't admit to them being weird. People are weird in their own ways. But yeah. All right. Enough being Tacoville. But if you just need any more advice, I'm here.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know.
It's a big change. Especially when like you're so used to doing something for like a long time. Because trust me, I'm terrible at change and stuff. Like if you're like just needing to talk, then just like or like make why don't you ever try like starting up your own topics of the conversation, like just kind of being like, hey, does anybody listen to System of a Down here, or just something like that to get you
Yeah,
something.
I guess I never really do that. Like, I like, never initiate anything.
But like instead of like
I
waiting
feel
for like
like it's like,
the moment.
I've never, like, made a friend. Only, like, friends have made me, and then I've known, like, friends of friends. Like, I've never, like, gone out and just said something to somebody. And even when I am friends with somebody, oftentimes I'll just, like, not speak unless spoken to. And I just, like, I don't know. That's just what I'm used to, and I'm just figuring out
You
now that
know
that's
what?
not really normal.
You know what? You know what I think is a big thing that like people have problems with starting conversations. It's like the fear of like, oh, what if somebody thinks I'm weird for what I like? And I honestly do not ever agree with people who like say stuff like that, because like I think everybody is different, especially like in like topics. Like you know me, I love FNAF. Everybody knows that. So it's just like if you have like an interest you want to talk about and like you're like in your
Well,
mind panics, you're afraid of somebody thinking that's weird or whatever, then just you know what I mean, just try to bring up the conversation and just see what people think. You know what I
well,
mean?
well, yeah, but not a small percentage of what I'm going to be saying to somebody is going to be an interest of mine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to be said, and I feel like even though I don't say much, I have said the wrong thing before, and it has um caused a lot of damage to me. Even though I don't speak much, when at the few times I've decided to around certain people, it didn't end well. So that's like, I feel like that's where some of the fear comes from, is that I know it's possible to say the wrong thing and to have like things go the wrong way because of it. Even when I try so hard to like only say something when I know I feel like, okay, I can, say this or whatever.
Hmm.
It's the fear of knowing.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean. It's difficult. It like what do you think, like can you give me an example like what you might have said for it to happen to be that way? Not like something you actually said, like an example. Or like
Well, I mean, people give me credit for like, oh, they think I'm smart or whatever because of like I have good grades, but that has nothing to do with intelligence. I think I'm actually quite stupid. And like I said also, when I'm in conversation or when I'm with other people, my mind kind of goes blank. I can't really think, and I'm more so observing. So it's way easier for me to think something that's completely wrong and stupid when I'm in that mode. because I've kind of turned my thinking brain off. And so when it comes to saying something that's just like kind of just like makes me look stupid, like, oh, what do you think it's this way? Obviously it's not, or whatever. And then it also could like rub people the wrong way because maybe I said something that made it look like I was saying something else without knowing because I wasn't thinking, and then that could like cause
So
other
something
problems.
like what happened in the group chat when you were like, I don't know what you said. You said something about like people thought you were on like your side, something like that, right?
I guess so. I mean, I was specifically trying not to take sides there.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're gonna talk about that, what I think is, I don't mean, like, I don't have any problem with what I said in that group chat, in that one particularly, because
Dude, I just
but
think you know how I honestly think about the school and people that go to that school. I think everybody is more focusing on popularity and stuff, and that's what I honestly hate. Like, it really makes me mad knowing that like some people are willing to not talk to people they don't know about just because they heard that, oh, this person doesn't like this person. Because you can have a problem with one singular person in the school, and next thing you know, you go to school next day and you have enemies of like random ass people you don't even know about. It's like there's so much gossip, and honestly,
you know what I
I
think,
laugh at.
like, almost 100% of that comes from? People wanting to have something to hate. People want to be
Yeah,
mad at somebody. People want, as much as they'll deny it, oh, I'm so friendly with everybody. No, everybody wants to hate someone. And I don't understand that. Why do you think people say stuff about Daryl? What has he really done? Nothing. It's because they need to have somebody to hate. It's really, really weird. Like human behavior. And I don't understand it.
yeah, that's what I kind of noticed too. I would go to say Daryl like awkward around me because he literally is, but I wouldn't go as far to say, oh yeah, he's a pedo, just because I have different feelings to like somebody has who like, oh yeah, Daryl's my favorite teacher. I wouldn't like say Daryl, a pedo. He likes touching little kids' booty holes or something. You know what I
Right?
mean?
But so many
Like,
people are quick to saying that even if they've never had him. Even if they've
yeah,
never, like, talked to him. You know?
like I might bring it up as like a joke, but like I would try
Yeah,
to
yeah, same.
indicate that I don't believe it as my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I definitely agree with you when like
And
people are
and if
just trying.
there's one thing they don't want to hear is when I'm like, yo, can you take a step back and realize that you're hating for no reason? And when you
Yeah,
think about it, me saying that is trying to diffuse the situation. I'm trying to stop you from like saying things that are that are
yeah,
like
like
harmful or whatever. And and in that group chat, that's what I did in that group chat, right? I was like, hey guys, think about what you're doing. This isn't, you know, this is comedic. How you're just turning to hate so quickly. And then I was called, at least by that one person, I was called an instigator. Like, why are you? She was like, why are you instigating? And I was like, I am doing everything but instigating or anything. Like, I mean, I'm doing the exact opposite of that. And now you're pointing the finger at me again because you want to spread hate. Again. Further
it's like
proving my point. You know, you're just proving my point. And but everybody wants to hate, so they're gonna be on that hater side. They're not gonna be on my side because I don't take sides. If I don't take sides, nobody's gonna be on my side because nobody wants to be on no side. Because everybody wants to be on a side because if you're on a side, then you can hate somebody. I don't want to hate anybody.
yeah, it's
If
like
only I could. If only I could relay that message to everybody I know. You know. Maybe that's what I should bring up in the next conversation. I don't know.
yeah, because I totally agree with you. It's like people don't think when they're angry; they're just like, oh. And you know what too? And like I said before, when Daryl said something in that group chat, I get it. People were like mad at him and like, be, you know what? In my opinion, It's not that bad of a dude, only because I'm also very, on the level as him. But also, he does some pretty good stuff. Like he taught me some little art ideas and stuff. You know what I mean? And half of the time, just kind of like minds his own business. I mean, yeah, he does say stuff, but like if you brought it up before, he just kind of like sits there and draws now and like in the lunchroom. But I think people are so focused on like things he's done and not realizing the things he like can change and do. Like if you brought up, oh yeah, Amir now just sits in the lunchroom, just kind of does their own thing. Somebody like Daryl who like hates him would be like, oh yeah, he's just doing that for like one time or whatever. Like she wouldn't listen, you know what I mean? But going back to the group chat, people were just clowning him for whatever he said. And then if anybody, like with you, remotely had anything to say about Amir, they would just assume it's a side. I personally think there shouldn't be any side. If somebody should have their own opinion about somebody, they should say it, but not be like, oh, yeah, which side do you want to be on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there really shouldn't be a side. It's more like what you think, not, oh, somebody else thinks this, so I'm with them. Like, yeah, you can agree, but, like, it's different. You know what I mean?
And that's also assuming, and that's also assuming that just because I'm friends with somebody means I agree with them, which is a hurtful assumption, Like, that's not something you can assume. Like, you don't know me.
It's like they don't think first. They really just don't. They're just like, oh, well, this guy. I'm just like so tired of it, honestly. It makes me honestly laugh on the inside. Not trying to be all edgy, like, oh, my demons are laughing, but like, if I hear, right, somebody trying to be like, oh, I want to be so popular and like care about popularity in school, of like people I know don't care about them back, it's just kind of like, are you kidding me? Like, because like, what's the goal at the end? Like when people like graduate, what's the point of popularity if we're already gonna be out of school in the next 2 years and like nobody's gonna care? They're only gonna stick to like people they actually cared about, and if they're worried about like half of their people or like acquaintances they know in the past.
I don't even know who's trying to be popular. I don't know what you mean by that. Like
when
I don't see anybody doing that.
When I first met Daryl and stuff, I was full blown expecting him to like ghost me by like the end of the year, but like he just wouldn't say it. So I actually brought that up to him, and I was right, because now if you've noticed, he literally does not talk to me at all.
Yeah, same with me, but I don't have any classes with him. I mean, I guess I do actually, but we just don't talk.
It's like if I knew he like actually truly cared, he would. I feel like honestly he was just like he's like he wants to know about stuff, and I feel like, once I kind of died back down into like not really doing all that much, now he just doesn't want to talk to me because he knows I'm basically useless to him. He just used me. It's kind of stupid when you think about it. It's like, and then the thing with that too is like, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to address it. I'm not going to like keep it as a grudge or something. Like, if I have to get what I want to say out, then I'll get it out. You know what I mean? I think some people either wait till they have like enough evidence to lash out at somebody and just hold it in, or like just, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, it can be annoying and like out of pocket and stuff. Like, if you like address it to me, then I'll cut it out. Depends on what I'm doing, but
Yeah. Or like I'm imagining maybe if something else happened that maybe like you forgot about. Like you might have said something, or there might have been like a little altercation that got around. They like told each other about it, and they're like, okay, steer clear of him or something. And since they're like not talking to you about it, you like don't know what the problem is. That's like that's the issue with gossip.
Yeah, how is the problem ever gonna get solved if you don't address it? That's what I personally think. It's like, no, I'm not gonna sit there and it's like, if you think about it, if you don't address the problem, you're basically just going nowhere. Like when people were like fighting with Daryl, it was just kind of entertaining just watching them just throwing random insults at him, and when he literally would say anything, it was like, it wasn't progressing any further than that. It was just whatever he said, people would fire back. How can I be proven wrong or right if they're going to continue to not say anything? It's like throwing stuff. It's like saying something to like a brick wall. It's like, we're not going to get a response, so I'm obviously going to think like to the worst. But it's like, how could you really, get mad at me or like blame me for it if I generally have no idea what's going on? Like people are going to get mad at me for assuming the worst when I'm trying to dissolve the situation or like focus on the situation, and like just they keep on doing something back, it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the same place, like, actually, like, where I've like, texted somebody, being like, hey, wait, is this thing going on? And then they don't text back, and I'm just gonna assume, like, oh, you did that because you don't want to admit that I'm right, or something. I'm just gonna assume that, I was right in my, whatever I thought, and however bad that may be. Because if you're gonna decide not to respond to me, how am I supposed to know what's going on?
and you know what I hate? You know what I honestly hate about situations like that? It's like people can't admit that like they're wrong. It's like if I like am in a situation, I could like figure out, like when I was in the situation where like I was talking about like the scissors and stuff. I pointed out, like I literally was the one who pointed out that was like I just worded it wrong, and I apologized for it, and they still got mad at me. It's like, what else do you want me to do except for a mishap that wasn't even like the main fault?
Well, they also, again, that's a situation, one of the many, many, many examples of people wanting to get angry at somebody, and so it doesn't matter what you say, they're mad at you.
So it's like, is it really my fault? I did my part of the thing. I did my part. I apologized. This one time, I was talking to Daryl on like Insta, so we're on like an Insta call, like a big group chat with like their friends and stuff, and I like privately messaged Daryl. I was like, "Are you guys like talking stuff behind my back? Because like you guys always just like, oh, let me private message this, let me private message that, and I just want to make sure like I'm not doing anything wrong." And out of nowhere, the main group chat goes off talking about like a whole completely other person was like, "No, Mateo, we're not talking about you."
What?
Yeah, like that's just like an dude. Like that's not good. That's bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But when it comes to admitting to like a mistake, one of the big problems with that I've had is that I go too far. Like, I admit that I made a mistake, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid for doing this. How could I be so dumb? I hate that I always do this. And I say that, and then I think that's what actually puts people off. It's like, oh, it's not the thing I did. It's what I said to myself afterward. And it's like, I'm being too harsh on myself.
that's
And
what I
it puts
honestly
people
do.
off. And I feel really weird after that.
Like if you're like gonna address a situation or like make a situation out known, I'm expecting you to drop like the full lore about things you did, things like the other person did. I need to know every situation to truly decide on whose part am I on. Because if you just tell your side, it can make a situation sound completely out of pocket or like out of hand, what it really is. So then it's like if you just post everything I said, but not things you said back, then it sounds obviously you're going to aim me as towards the bad guy. Because you didn't get the full story. So it's just like, yeah, obviously. And now I could have really lashed back and posted everything Daryl said, but I decided not to. And like I said, I don't care about what people think of me. If I'm worried about somebody saying, oh, look at these text messages, no, he's a dick, I'm not going to talk to him, then they weren't really my friend in the first place. If they weren't going to sit there and decide to talk about it, then they're not a true person to like actually talk to. If they want to just get mad over something they saw and not understand the full context of, then how close or like how reliable can they be to where, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, because they just want to get mad at somebody, and they want other people. It's like also a disease as well. And the story spreading thing is like, that's kind of crazy. too. Like, I can't even, like, if I'm mad at somebody, I'm not gonna go and try to get my friends mad at the same person. Like, I don't even know what kind of logic that is, but I think it's also, it might just be because they want to justify their anger. If, you know, in the situation, I guess it's like, oh, if not, it's not just me that's angry, it's my friends that are also angry at you, so that's why it's okay. I think that might be part of it, but it's just insane.
That's why I'm like, that's why I get mad. Like, I get mad because it's just like nobody can have their own opinion if somebody else is there with them that are like their friend or something. And it's like it's like what you said. I don't understand the point of that, of trying to get other people mad, because like if I'm explaining something and you know this happens like all the time, Jason or like you would be like, oh, I wouldn't do that, and I would like completely understand. Like you guys are telling me your side, or like what would you do in the situation, trying to not justify what's going on, but like just try to de-escalate the situation. And it's just better that way instead of like, oh yeah, let's riot. Even though I don't really agree with him, let's just riot because you know you're my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, I just kind of find it like a little entertaining, just the fact like they're doing all this just to get a little spark out of me, just use it against me. It's like at that point I could just say anything and it'll just be plastered everywhere. So kind of like turn it around. It's like a joke basically. Like if I'm ever in another fight with Daryl, I'm about to say some just random shit and just wait for him to post it, show people, and I'm just talking about like pinatas or something. And I know like when once eventually like the steam blows off, they're gonna just like act like they don't know me or whatever. And I'm completely fine with that. I'm just like waiting for that to happen because eventually, you know what I mean? That's what like I also think about drama too. Like drama won't last forever. Like yeah, people are gonna talk about it. Like it literally won't be like the entire people would know me about like the entirety of high school for. Like if I'm like in a major drama like the Daryl thing, I don't get like people coming up to me like, oh, you're the guy from that, even though it was like months ago. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not like scared of like everybody hating me. I'm just like, oh yeah, eventually it's gonna die off or whatever.
I mean, I've had a similar like situation happen with like a friend group, but I feel like if they had gotten like mad at me and it turned into like a fight, then it would have been easier in a way. Because like if I in your situation, if you know you really didn't do anything wrong and they just want to get angry, then it's like whatever, you know. It's like they're in the wrong anyway. So it's like it's almost fun to be mad at them because like I don't know, they must be psychopaths. What are they? They just want to be mad or something? But in my situation, I sort of, you know, said the wrong things a couple times or did the wrong things, and I kind of got the memo that it was like a slow burn, that this group kind of wasn't talking to me anymore as much, or didn't involve me in certain things that I was involved in before I said certain things. And it kind of got to the point where I had to come to the realization like they don't really want me around anymore, so might as well just like leave. And I feel like that in a way is kind of harder. And now, and I mean, these people are still around me sometimes, and I don't know. Like I don't know if I was right about not talking to them anymore. I don't know if they still like think I'm weird or don't want to talk to me. And I don't know, it's just like a weird situation. I mean, I'm assuming it already has blown off in some way, or it never was a big thing. But that's what makes me more confused. It's like, if it was never a big situation in the first place, should it still be affecting me? Should it still, like, prohibit me from talking to certain people? I don't know. I don't know what the right thing is to do. Because I can't read people's minds. I don't know what people think of me. I don't know if people want me to talk to them or not. And that's why I get kind of like...
And that's exactly...
I would rather take it the safe way. I'd rather be like, this person wasn't cool with me before, so I'm just gonna not talk to them because I'm gonna be safe about it, even if it's not a big thing anymore. You know. But that's rough because, you know, those were friends.
Yeah, it's like you feel like empty, basically. Like, oh, what do I do now? And like you dedicate your whole life to somebody, your life to like a friend group, just for them to now
Mhm.
turn on you. You know, like stuff's going on, and it's just like you can't stop thinking about it. But I knew when like the situation, when and when not. I choose to ignore it, and I think that was the best case in my scenario. Was I really hanging out with these type of people? When like all they want to do is talk about drama and stuff, and it's just like I don't like it when I'm in like a conversation or like if I'm talking about somebody and you're like, oh yeah, let me go somewhere else to like talk about something. It's like I'm in this, like I'm here. There's like any other time you could talk about this, you know what I mean? It's like at that point we're just like deliberately just saying, oh yeah, we're talking behind your back, unless it's like very major, like important. But like if you can wait to be like, oh, this person said this, then I'm fine with it, you know what I mean? And you know what? Like when we're going around saying, "Oh yeah, we're cleanup crew and stuff," at that point, I don't really care about like what's going on or like reputation or anything.
Yeah.
We're just
I don't care who sees me. I don't care if they think I'm stupid. I'm cleaning crew.
yeah,
And you can't be sad when you're cleaning.
yeah, but I like it when we do stuff like that because it just shows like you can have fun. You know, you just don't take life seriously, and you can
Yeah.
still eat and stuff.
But it's just hard because I also don't want to be, you know,
Hmm.
I don't want to have restrictions put on me because like I do it too much or whatever. Like my advisory teacher, which is what I'm gonna say just in case I have this in the video. I might put some of this at the end of the video, like smaller
Still
parts.
filming?
Yeah, I am. But just small parts where it's like it sounds like the moral of the story where we're like, oh, people shouldn't do this. That's probably what I'm gonna add in, but most of it I'm gonna cut out probably. Um, but I'm just afraid that like if I do too much, that like then they'll be like, okay, you can't do any now. So it has to be like a balance. Even though I wish I could just like skip class all the time or whatever, I need to like kind of not do that all the time.
And I actually enjoyed when we just kind of sat there and played. It's like, yeah, we can go around yelling, screaming, causing chaos, but like at the same time, we could just sit and chill, and play some Uno, chill.
Yeah.
I think. See now, what you said before, like why do a lot of girls and people like? I don't think it's mostly girls. I can definitely say this for myself. I can get along with guys better than I can get along with girls. And the only reason why it like looks like I have like a lot of girl space friends, not, I don't like saying girlfriends cuz it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
literally sounds like me saying girlfriends. But like it's literally because the school was like
Mostly girls.
60% girl, or even more, like 70% girls in the school. So it's just like there's really like if you really like stop and like take a look around like the class, there's only like 10 guys in the classroom, not counting teachers or anything, but like literally. And even if you are counting teachers, there's still like a couple more girls teachers. I think that's mostly, what, now I'm thinking of it, that's probably why, that and the fact that they're all gay. I'm literally just saying this out here. It's the fact that they're gay and they're girls. At that point, that's just drama waiting to start. But, like, literally, you gotta admit with me. Not like blame, not like saying like, oh yeah, boys don't do that stuff too. But that's like one of like gossip and like, girls and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. You know what I mean? But I just like think like I just be myself, honestly. Like if I feel like I shouldn't do this, then I'm obviously not gonna do it. But if I'm like, oh, I want to go around, just saying hi, like random people. I mean, there's no hard like thing. It's not like last year. Like I would go up, say some out of pocket shit. And at this point, I'm just like, hey, what's up? You know?
Yeah. And I feel like that's a quality that I don't have that I kind of wish I did. I don't know. I just like it's
I
just
think
not
the
even
only
something
way
that.
to gain it. I think the only way to actually gain equality is to like just do it. Like not to be like overly like crazy about it, but just kind of like, hey, this person looks cool. Hey, I mean, like that's how if you actually think about it, that's how like we just kind of started talking to Daryl. Like I just kind of like turned to her, asked for her opinion, turned back, and then now she literally sometimes adds to our conversation. Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be
but
something stupid, but it's like literally.
yeah, but like I don't know. I just don't feel like I would ever do that because at first it's like I remember because the process is weird. At
Yeah,
first you were
yeah,
just
the
kind
whole
of like
process.
randomly talking to her without even knowing her name, and she wouldn't even look or anything. And then you sort of
Yeah,
learned her name and started saying her name, and then now she kind of like, at the very least, looks or even says something sometimes. And at the very beginning, it almost always, whenever you start talking to somebody randomly for no reason, it always at the beginning looks like they don't want to be bothered by you. They don't want to have anything to do with you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to look at you. And I would never want to talk to somebody who doesn't reciprocate, you know? But
I
you,
mean, but you also
the
gotta
thing
think
is,
about.
you trust the process, and I don't, because you keep doing that. You keep talking to this person that at first seems like they don't want to have anything to do with you, and then
Yeah,
eventually that person is your friend now,
I think.
and wants to talk to you or something.
Yeah, I think that's I
How you
think
met
that's like.
everybody?
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, it's kind of how I met you. I just kind of walked up to you. I was like,
Oh,
"Yo, what's up? You yeah." I mean, yeah, but like also if you think about it, if, like somebody like walked up to you have no idea about, and just like add you in a conversation, I guess it would feel awkward. Like when you like not like throwing them out there on purpose, like make it like a joke, but it's just like, oh yeah, what's your take on it? You know what I mean?
hmm,
And then
yeah.
eventually it just slowly becomes friends, blends.
And I gotta think about it like if it were me more, because like if it were me and some random person added me to a conversation or just said something to me at random, I would kind of like that, cause like, what I mean, I'm not. Oftentimes, I'm not really talking to people much, and if they're cool about it, it's like, oh yeah, whatever, like yeah, this is what I think, or
Mhm.
I don't know. And so, but I when I think about it the other way around, when like if I were to do that to somebody else, all I could think about is like not wanting to bother them or knowing that they like will think I'm weird for just talking to them for no reason. And it's the same thing with like embarrassment. Like I don't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
But when I think about it, when somebody else embarrasses themselves in front of me, it makes me feel more comfortable around that person. It makes me feel like less embarrassed if I do something embarrassing in front of them because I've already seen them do something embarrassing. And if I think about it that way, then it's like doing something embarrassing makes other people feel more comfortable. So it's really a good thing.
And there you go. That's your answer to the question you asked. We solved it. We solved the lore.
Yeah, but it's still a big like mental block thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like in the moment, I'm still not gonna want to do something embarrassing. I'm still not gonna want to talk to somebody who I don't talk to in the moment. But I gotta like start consciously thinking in the moment of this stuff, and come to the realization that like, oh, it's okay. We're all human. Who cares? I just have to
I
like
think
bring myself back to reality and start thinking again when I'm in that sort of situation.
you know what. Honestly, I think about it too. Is you might just not be like taking the. You might like not be taking the opportunity when it shows. Like when I'm in
Daryl.
class, I really do not want to talk to anybody. Like if like somebody, I notice like a lot of people like and
Daryl.
stuff. Like barely never talk to them because I'm just like I'm so mentally drained by like the end of the day. I'm just like, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like I'm quiet. But obviously, if we're like at third period and we're doing cleaning crew, I'm talking to everybody. I'm doing all this. So I feel like you just gotta find like your moment where like you're most comfortable. Of like when we're a cleanup crew, I'm gonna go up to this person and ask them how their day is. You know what I mean? I think maybe you should try that too. Like next time you just like truly feel
Yeah.
you're like wanting to talk with somebody. Because like if you're just sitting there, the class is like quiet. That's definitely not a good time to be social and like try to be not outgoing, but like just try to like throw yourself out there and be like, "Yo, what's up?" You know what I mean? Because like if you think about it, how else are you supposed to meet people if you just don't really say anything? Which like isn't a bad thing if you just don't like talking. I'm not saying it's like a bad thing. It's more just like if you want to socialize more, then I'd suggest trying to, talk to more people. It's easier said than done, basically, where it's just like, I'm gonna say this and that you're probably gonna still feel uncomfortable with like going out there, but it's just like, I mean, I'm just trying to help out.
Yeah, I mean, thanks. But, I mean, I have sort of made a lot of progress already, even though I might seem bad now with it, but before I was practically like a mute.
Didn't you do that? Didn't you already like talk to somebody when we were cleaning crew? I think like somebody was like walking by or like whatever. We were doing something and then you like asked them
Well,
something.
yeah, like in that, when I'm in that mode,
When
and
I'm in that zone.
it's multiple things. It's being with friends and doing something that's already sort of, absurd. That makes me feel like now anything that I say to anybody is already less severe than the random circumstance, so it's whatever, you know? It's like, think about the kids who was sitting at the lunch table. I was like, hope you're not ticklish or whatever when I like grazed his feet with
Yeah,
whatever I
that.
said, or like something like that. Like,
And you notice, like he like did a little smirk. He like smiled. He cheesed a little bit. Like that probably made his day.
yeah,
I think when something's bad, you think about it more than when like something's good. And I think everybody does that because like it just stands out more. But I think like if you get over the fact that it's like it stands out, you just like think about like the littler facts, like how you probably made that guy's day. Yeah, it was kind of awkward because you guys don't know each other. But like think about more of the positive side than the negative side about it. Or like I don't know, like when like you fell from like the bench or like the table. Like not like I don't think really anybody was talking about it. You know what I mean? It just happened.
yeah.
And there's like nobody on this earth without like an awkward experience. Everybody had to have an awkward experience at once. So it's just like, yeah.
I think I need to be like, for me not to feel like embarrassed or like shy away from saying something kind of out of nowhere. I have to have adrenaline, because like when I was jumping over or like around those tables, when I fell, I got right back up and started doing it again, right? But if I didn't already have the adrenaline before, and it's also like doing cleaning crew, we're running around, it's with you guys, I have this like adrenaline, and that's what kind of makes me forget about everything else. So it's almost like a drug. I need that drug of adrenaline to sort of be myself. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. Just to think Jason went to bed. He's probably dreaming right now. He probably
Of
isn't
armadillo legs.
Yeah, he's like probably staying up, staring at his wall, thinking about like the pizza he's gonna eat in like 2 weeks. Like really though, I bet you he's not even like asleep yet. Like he every single time he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm so tired." I bet you like stays up for like another hour, just like thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I do that. I can't fall
Yeah,
right asleep.
I have melatonin. It's like a cheat code. It's like yeah, I still wake up tired, but it's like at least I got the sleep, and like I know it's like I'm entered. I got the good amount of sleep. Bro, this is bringing me back to summer break, bro. We would literally be on call for like 6 hours all night, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, since we have like Jason, we could try to get him to do it too. I think he did it like once, but only stayed up to like 3. Imagine if we did it with like Daniel. He'd fumble instantly.
I actually hope I don't do that again. I don't want to stay up that late anymore. It was kind of an accident because I was like, oh, it's the summertime. There's this thing happening right now, so maybe it's okay if I stay up to like
Yeah, I
1,
slowly.
and then the next day it's like, oh, maybe it's okay if I stay up till 2 because this other thing's happening, and then it goes to 3 to 4, and then when it's like 4 in the morning, I'm like, I'm not even tired, so I'll just stay up till 5, you know, and it just keeps
Yeah,
going and going.
it like progressed till like 6 in the morning, 7. Cause like now, I bet you I couldn't even like stay up till like 3 in the morning. Like I'd get tired. I feel like it's like just over time. Like the sleep schedule slowly is like rotating like the day. And like I hated it because like my days would be all shorter now because I would wake up at like 3 and like literally like 3 in the afternoon and then like stay up till like 6 and then go back to sleep. So it'd just be like all annoying. Like I wish there was like a way to like experience nighttime without it like interfering with like the day. Because like
Yeah.
I like the night because it's just like calming. You don't do anything. It's all dark out. But it's like you gotta pay the price for like not being able to sleep and like waking up the next day tired or like just like late.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this should be a good note to end it off because I really speaking of sleep, I gotta get to sleep soon.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I
It's gonna
think
be
I.
Monday. I don't want to like start off my week at like staying up to like 1 or like 12 or something, and then like because I still gotta get a shower and stuff. So.
Me
But
too.
yeah,
Yeah, I gotta get a shower.
this was a W session, W
Mhm.
therapy session.
I mean, we've been talking for a while, and I don't know how much. Maybe I can salvage a whole 15 minutes of us talking,
So
and then
wait,
it'll be its own podcast video. And
now
maybe I shouldn't attach it to the Terraria series.
I think you should because it like the conversation did start off. I feel like it'd just be weird if we just you know.
Yeah.
I think yeah, but you should definitely add this part in. What do you think the main lesson is? Like, what do you think we learned or like whatever?
Um, I think we learned that confronting issues and talking about it to other people makes you more aware of them, and being more aware of an issue makes it easier to deal with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I think like eating a Wawa burger. Eating a Wawa burger, don't ever do it because it definitely gives you diarrhea, and then it like really makes your stomach hurt.
Hmm. It might have just been a bad one.
Maybe I was struggling that day, man. Anyways, on a serious note, yeah, I think like confronting issues and just like really just, I think like more. Don't be afraid to do stuff, like don't take life all seriously, but at the same time don't take it all as like a joke. Just kind of like find like a middle ground to where it's like, oh yeah, I can be free, I can do this, but because there's gonna be days where like you're all quiet and you're like, oh yeah, I missed out,
Mm-hmm.
which is like when you think about it to other people, running around and us yelling cleanup crew is something annoying to them. But to us, it truly means to just like be free and just to have fun. You know what I mean? Like nobody really wants to be in high school, but we just gotta make the best out of it, and it'll make memories and stuff. Like we have a whole locker filled with like keepsakes and memories we're gonna think about when we're like what 20s, 30s, maybe even 40s. We're gonna look back at these times and we're gonna be like, yeah, those were the days. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To other people, high school is just high school, but to us, high school is going to be like a whole new chapter in our lives, like a journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope so. It's already half over, but I hope more happens.
Yeah. Alright, well, snappity snap snap. I'm probably going to go. So,
Alright,
I can
good
get all
night.
moisturized, wet by the water in the shower.
Me too.
Bye!
Bye.